Hello everyone and welcome back to another very exciting chess game of the chess game series between Paul Morphy and Loewenthal. And Loewenthal lost the previous game if you can remember, and Paul Morphy is leading in the series of matches with 7.5 points, and Loewenthal only has 2.5 points. The first player who scores the 9th win is going to be victorious in the series of matches. And actually, after game 10, something interesting happened. After Paul Morphy scored his 7th win, Loewenthal took sick and postponed the rest of the match. So the last game, game 10, was played in August 2, and this game was played in August 12, 10 days later. After the 10th game, maybe Loewenthal studied and prepared himself in that 10 day. For 10 days, Loewenthal studied and prepared. For game 11, Loewenthal took sick because of some dirty tactics. Anyway, so this time, Loewenthal is playing with the white pieces and Paul Morphy has the black pieces. Loewenthal starts the game with playing e4, c5 by Paul Morphy, and Paul Morphy is playing the Sicilian defense. That's a rare opening by Paul Morphy. d4, c takes on d4, knight to f3, e6, knight takes pawn, knight to c6, knight to b5, a6 and knight to d6. Paul Morphy captures the knight, queen takes on d6. Well, Paul Morphy haven't played like a genius in the openings. Well, right now, Paul Morphy has a crumpy position. We have queen to e7. Paul Morphy wants to exchange the queens. But of course, it's okay for black. It's not like the end of the world, of course. Queen to g3, attacking the pawn. Knight to f6, knight to c3, d5. e5, attacking the knight, knight to h5. Queen to f3, g6 by Paul Morphy, defending the knight. g4, attacking the knight. And in this position, believe it or not, but Paul Morphy made a blunder. Maybe Paul Morphy was not feeling well. Who knows? So after g4, moving the knight to a safe spot would be a better move. But Paul Morphy played knight takes on e5. And this was a blunder. Well, Loewenthal made his calculations and he calmly played queen to e2, attacking the knights. So both knights is under attack. It's not possible to defend both of them. So Paul Morphy is losing a piece, and Paul Morphy played knight takes on g4, queen takes on g4, e5, queen to a4, check, bishop to d7, queen to b3, d4, queen takes on b7 and defending the rook, connecting the rooks and cancelling. Knight to d5, defending the queen, bishop to g2, e4 by Paul Morphy. And of course Loewenthal is winning. Loewenthal is a piece up. But Paul Morphy is keeping the hope alive with these two passed pawns. Is he still going to win the game? We are going to see. So c4, f5, queen to b4, and Loewenthal wants to exchange the queens, which is very logical. So Loewenthal is a piece up. Paul Morphy says no, queen to e5, queen to e7, and not exchanging the queens. Queen to c7, insisting, queen to g7, and finally exchanging the queens. Paul Morphy captures back with the knight. Knight to b6, rook from a to b8, c5, knight to h5, b4, king to f7, and also Loewenthal castled. g5, rook to d1, rook from f to d8, bishop takes on g5, rook to g8, h4, rook to g6, and Morphy wants to double the rooks. Rook takes on d4, rook from b to g8. And if moving the bishop, of course Paul Morphy will capture the bishop. So we have knight to d7 by Loewenthal, the best move in this position. Paul Morphy desperately played rook takes on g5. If something like h6, then knight to e5. And this is losing for black. If bishop takes on d7, rook takes on d7, and again, this is losing for black. So this is why, after knight to d7, Paul Morphy played rook takes on g5, sacrificing the exchange. H takes on g5, rook takes on g5. Well, Paul Morphy's last hope is knight to f4, and the bishop is pinned. But Loewenthal is easily defending, and he played king to h2, knight to f4, attacking the bishop. Well, I think Paul Morphy needs to resign. Loewenthal is a rook up, and it appears that there is no compensation for black. So after knight to f4, we have bishop to f1, rook to h5, king to g3, knight to d5, f4, e takes on f3, knight to e5, that's check by Loewenthal, king to f6, knight takes on f3, rook to h6, rook to e1 by Loewenthal, rook to g6, that's check. Loewenthal played king to f2, knight to c3, bishop to d3. Loewenthal is preparing something. Well, we have bishop to d5 by Paul Morphy. Loewenthal played a killer move. Well, he played bishop takes on f5 by Loewenthal. Wow, what a move. Paul Morphy didn't resign, and he played rook to g7. So if king takes on f5, then we have knight to h4. And losing the rook at the game. White has two rooks. Look at this position. It's over for black. So rook to g7, rook to f4 by Loewenthal, and Paul Morphy resigned. Well, this is the last position of the game, and it was the worst game of Paul Morphy by far against Loewenthal. So of course Paul Morphy lost two more times against Loewenthal, but that two game was hard-fought battles, and it was not a disastrous loss for Paul Morphy. And maybe postponing the match helped Loewenthal a lot. But anyway, it's not a big difference actually. So Paul Morphy is still 7.5 points, and Loewenthal is 3.5 points. So Loewenthal needs 6 games to defeat Paul Morphy, and Paul Morphy needs only 2 games in order to score the knight winning point. And in this position, let me show you the possible continuation after rook to f4. If let's say bishop takes on a2, then bishop takes on h7 is checkmate on the spot. This is checkmate in one move. And if let's say bishop takes on f3, bishop to c2, king to g5, king takes on f3, and still black is losing, and according to the computer chess engine, in this position, black is getting forced checkmated from 9 moves to 10 moves. Well, anyway, so after rook to f4, the game ended here and Mr. Paul Morphy resigned. And I see you guys next time in the next game of Paul Morphy against Loewenthal in game 12, which was played one day after this game. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Take care and bye bye for now.